The Wii uDraw game tablet. Oh, you thought this was for the Wii U? No, it's actually the Wii, uDraw game tablet. The uDraw game tablet was an accessory made for the Wii in 2010, and apparently the PS3 and Xbox 360 in 2011, but we're not talking about those, so we got it first. The uDraw tablet has what looks like a great library of games, including Pictionary for the Wii, or if you want to be really cool, Pictionary Ultimate Edition for the PS3 and Xbox 360. But as much as I'd love to talk about games like Disney Princess Enchanting Storybooks, unfortunately today we're only going to be looking at the game uDraw Studio Instant Artist. But before we get to the game, let's start off with the physical accessory. This thing has a screen on it, and it has a place to put the controller. It also has two different holders for the stylus, which is connected by a cord. But this thing is not good. It has a lot of problems. The first problem is the size. While the size is annoying and this thing is way too big, there is really no avoiding that, because you had to fit the Wiimote in and have this screen on it. But if this thing was a little bit bigger, maybe it would have been better as an actual drawing tablet, because games like uDraw Studio Instant Artist try to use it as one, but because it's so small, you can't make anything good on this. Don't let those pictures on the back of the box fool you. You will not be making anything as good as what's here. Okay, so the next problem is the fact that the stylus has a cord connected to it. I know they had to do this because the stylus has a button on it, but that button is not that useful. And I also know that the stylus has a pressure sensor on it, but all that seems to do for me is make it so when I'm drawing and accidentally lift my stylus up the tiniest bit, my line just stops appearing and I have to start over. But the cord that this is connected by somehow always gets stuck behind the tablet and causes the pen to not reach far enough. This thing also has some stupid problems, like the fact that there's no easy place to put the wristband. I think it's supposed to be put in this compartment, but that is a battle that, while possible, is not easily won. And the fact that while the Wiimote is inside this thing, the sensor can't be seen. So if you make the mistake of putting your Wiimote in the tablet before selecting the game on the menu, then oops, guess you have to pop it out. And while this isn't a big issue, it's a small stupid thing that could have easily been fixed. Stuff like the Wii steering wheel had a way for you to use the sensor, so why doesn't this? Now on to the game. This game has three main modes: Art School, Art Play, and Art Camp. Let's start with Art School. This mode is a bunch of boring, long lessons about drawing and stuff like that. This mode is okay, but if these lessons bore me, I'm pretty sure they'll bore little kids too. But this mode also brings up a big problem with the game, which I'll get to later. And the other two modes in this game are Art Play and Art Camp. Art Play is basically just drawing and nothing else. You can pretty much draw on anything in existence. And Art Camp is a bunch of little extra mode things. Some of them are games, and some of them are like little art activities. There's stuff like connect the dots, coloring, and then there's this weird alien game. And the alien game is probably the best thing here. In this game, you basically just swat a bunch of aliens. It's like the fly swatting game on the gamepad in Mario Maker. And this game is fun, at least to begin with, but the one problem with it is that it gets really boring and easy as it goes on. Because every time more aliens come on the screen, it's always only two that come. If a lot came at the same time, then that would make it hard. But the fact that only two are on the screen at the same time makes it easy and repetitive, and it doesn't get harder as it goes on, it just stays the same, and it wasn't very hard to begin with. However, the game's tilt coloring and tilt maze are hard, but only because the tilt controls are not very good. Okay, so now that we've talked about all the modes, it's time to get into the big problem that all three of them have. The drawing tablet overall is not good as an actual drawing tablet. If you try to do something like the connect the dot things, everything on it is so small that you can't do it. Even if you make the size smaller, this drawing tablet is too small to get any sort of accuracy. You can't really do the connect the dots or the coloring or draw anything good like this game is trying to teach you. It's not very good at its main purpose, which is being a game about teaching people how to draw, and it doesn't work because of the drawing tablet. So in conclusion, this drawing tablet and this game are not very good, mainly because of the size of the drawing tablet. But tell me what you think of this tablet and this game in the comments. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.